my beautiful friends, and welcome back to my channel. This is Nova Gnome Creations, and I'm Nova, and this is Ozzy. Welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are doing awesome, and I hope you are having a wonderful 2025. I know that it has been a long time. It's been a whole since last year that I saw you guys. Ozzy is trying to steal the charms on my charm bracelet that I got for Christmas. This is a Pokemon charm bracelet. I absolutely love it. I'll try to show it to you real quick without Ozzy stealing it. There you go. You can kind of see the different charms on there. And then this is Ozzy, guys. I know it's been a hot minute since you saw him. He wants to steal some things I have sitting in front of me, but this is how big Ozzy has gotten, which if you guys remember, he used to be palm-sized. But I have some things sitting in front of me that I wanted to show you guys, and he is trying to steal them. He loves to steal things. He loves to steal anything that I have. Anything I show any remote interest in. Anyways, guys, I am sorry that it has been a minute since I've been on here. Wow. Okay, where to begin? Trying to recap you. So you guys know, this is going to be just like kind of a little hangout and chat, catch up, vloggy video. I have a couple things to show you that are sitting here. I got pictures to show you guys from Christmas. I'm just going to kind of fill you in on what I've been up to, that kind of thing. So if you want to grab a project and settle in and crochet with me for a little bit, then go ahead and pause and I will wait right here and then we can crochet together. Well, I'm just going to talk, but you can crochet if you want to, or do whatever craft you want to. I'm having some coffee. This is just iced coffee, black right now. Sometimes I drink coffee black, sometimes I drink it with cream. If I drink it with cream, I drink it with flavored creamer, or flavor pumps. I like a flavorful, decadent kind of coffee, but sometimes I also like a black coffee. I actually enjoy the flavor of the coffee itself too. So when I drink my creamered coffees, I usually try to do like a cold brew, or I really love like an espresso, like a latte or something, because I love like the flavor of the coffee or the espresso to come through with the like cream and the flavor. And actually my favorite thing to do, sorry, I'm getting off on a tangent. My favorite like way to drink it is actually with oat milk instead of cream. Like if I'm getting it from like Starbucks, I'll do with oat milk and then like whatever flavor, you know, that they have going on. Usually I change it up seasonally. So like right now they have sugar cookie flavoring, and so I'll do like oat milk with the sugar cookie flavoring, and then whatever, like a cold brew or an iced latte. So good. And then I do whatever kind of seasonal flavored cold foam that they have. So like right now they have a cinnamon, I think, unless they got rid of it. I don't know if they got rid of it yet. So I do like a cinnamon cold foam. So good. And they have like little sippy cup lids that I get those with that, because usually I only like to drink out of straws, but with that I want to have like the cold foam experience, and you can't do that with a straw, so I actually use the little sippy lid. So good. Anyway, tangent over. I've missed hanging out with you guys, so I got like quite a bit. I have quite a bit. I don't know why I'm like, I got quite a bit. I say that a lot. Like I say got instead of have a lot. I don't know why I do that. And I notice it every time I do it too. I'm like, why did I do that? I don't know. Anyway, so I last left off with you guys the day before Christmas. I was getting ready to go to Michigan. So I went to Michigan. I was there for 7 days. I had so much fun. We were like really low key, like, you know, family visiting gathering type thing, not like a vacation type of thing. We did go around to a couple of shops, mostly after Christmas, I think. We went to a couple of shops and stuff. My sister and I went and did a book haul from Barnes & Noble with some Barnes & Noble gift cards. Her and I each got a Barnes & Noble gift card for Christmas. So we went and did a little romance book haul, which was super fun. I loved being able to do stuff like that with her. So it was really nice to be able to like go book shopping with her in person. Books are one of the things that we bond over and talk about, so that was really nice. This was from my sister, this Pokemon charm bracelet, and then she also gave me this. There's other stuff that I got too for Christmas. I just happened to have these things sitting nearby, and I thought I would show them to you. But I don't know if you guys can read that, but it says Mario and it's Chihuahua ears. Is this not the sweetest thing you have ever seen? I don't know if you guys can hear Ozzy being a psycho, but he's playing with a box in the background and I can hear him doing it. But yeah, this is one of the things Ozzy was just trying to steal. So I love this so much. I actually am kind of tempted to put it on the Mario that I crocheted, like as like a necklace, like a little collar on the Mario that I crocheted. I think it is so cute. But anyway, I did give her the Impkin, the mossy Impkin that I was showing you guys. And I will insert some pictures. She absolutely loved it. She named him Gremory, which is like an OC character of hers that she's had for a really long time. OC is like original character. If you're into like the geeky community, you probably know what that means. If you're not, then you probably don't. But in the geeky community, people will create OCs, especially when they make art, and my sister does make art. She draws and does digital art. Not so much, recently, but she does do that. And actually she makes some of my different art for my channel, like my Nova Gnome Creations, like little logo. She also made the logo for Strings and Threads crochet channel, because she had seen some stuff that she was doing over on my channel and asked about it. So she commissioned her to do the logo for hers, which is like a dragon with like a yarn ball and stuff. It's really cool. But anyway, just thought I would throw that in there too. But yeah, I was trying to remember where I had gotten off on that tangent from. So I gave her the Mossy Impkin. She literally loved it so much. It was such a hit. I was so happy. She immediately, like when she got home, put it on her shelf, and I have pictures of it on the shelf. It looks so perfect. It fits in with like her decor so well. She just loved it, and that made me so happy. So the big Mossy Impkin awaited day of giving it to her has come, and she loved it. I also gave some crocheted gifts to other people. I didn't get pictures of them with them. I did get pictures of I think I got pictures of my niece and nephew, Junie and Ollie, with their crocheted gifts. I will insert those. You guys know I made Ollie a Spider-Man. I used the Impkin crochet pattern actually to make him a Spider-Man. I made modifications to it though. If you're interested in any of the info about like what I did for those, just go to my channel, and like a couple videos back, you'll be able to find the Spider-Man videos. You'll be able to find the Mossy Impkin videos if you did miss them. And then I did finish Junie's Unicorn Lovey literally the night before Christmas, like Christmas Eve. I was sitting there staying up finishing that present. I had wrapped everybody else's presents and everything, and I had that one present I had to finish still. So I did get that done. And I think that she napped with it like right after that. So it's like hit or miss with littles if they're going to like stuff like that. She doesn't, she's not really old enough to have interests yet. So I did a unicorn, and I did a unicorn board book for her. And then for Ollie, I did a little golden book of Spider-Man. And then for my other niece, I did this like rainbow Mickey Mouse, which ended up being perfect because they got her, as a Christmas Eve present, she got a Minnie Mouse of the same size. So it was perfect. She had like a Mickey Mouse and a Minnie Mouse. And I got her a couple other little things too. Like her first purse and things like that. Trying to remember everything. Oh, we made a snowman, and our snowman was really hilarious because the snow was like sort of packing snow, but not great packing snow. It was like that packing snow where if you really work hard, you can get it to come together, but like you're not going to really be able to roll a ball. Only one of us out of like 6 of us was able to successfully roll a ball, and that one ended up being the head. The rest of it ended up just sort of being like a snow pile and snow chunks that we put together and made like the tallest thing we could, and then put the ball on top. I'll insert a picture, and I will leave it up to your opinion of what it looked like. We ended up putting, my jacket on it and some accessories on it to make it look a little less questionable. But that was hilarious. I was literally like just dying over the way that the snowman came together. What was funny was before that, they had made, my little brother had successfully kind of made a ball, and it was looking a little questionable. So we were like, you know what, let's just use that as part of this like formation that we're making, and then we'll add the head to it and everything. So funny. And that was that Christmas Eve? I think that was Christmas Eve. I'm not sure what day we did that, but we did that at some point while we were there. Oh, speaking of coughing, I also got sick. Everybody got sick. We all got really, really congested, and like sinus issues, like sinus congestion, headache, sore throats. We were all struggling. Literally all of us. Like the second day that I was there, everybody was sick. Like it just hit us all, which was crazy. So I blame it on my mom's house was super dry, and we were all over there. At night, especially, like the first night I was there, I was like, it is so dry. My nose is dry. Like my sinuses are dry. My throat is dry. Got that like post-nasal drip going. And then I feel like from that, it turned into like a sinus infection. Well, fast forward to now, and it has been, man, has it been like 2 weeks? Something like that. And I'm still sick. I started to get better, and then I started to get sicker, and it's a chest sickness now. Like I have like chest congestion instead of head congestion, cough. So that's been nice. I just can't win, guys. Like, you know, I was sick for Thanksgiving. I had like the flu or something, and I was like really sick. Christmas, thankfully, other than like having the sinus headaches and the, like sinus pressure and stuff and the sore throat, I didn't feel sick until like maybe the like second to last day that I was there was when I started to like get that, you know, that like kind of flu feeling. I started to feel kind of like actually sick. But most of the time I was just like a little bit miserable, but like still having a lot of fun and happy to be there. And I think most of us were. But yeah, I just literally have been getting sick so much this season. Just hoping I don't end up with like pneumonia or something, because like I said, it has turned into like a chest thing and congestion. But I'm hydrating, and I got some Mucinex a couple days ago, like night before last. I started taking that, try to break it up a little bit, because it like, you know, it's like that thick congestion. Fun stuff. Oh, and then another thing I wanted to show you guys that I have sitting here is when we went to some shops, one of the things we went to was the thrift store. There's this thrift store there that's like a flea market thrift store. And so like they have shelves throughout this whole building, but like they'll have like different initials on the tags and stuff. Like, does this one still have the tag on it? No. It still has the strap from the tag, but the tag is gone. But they'll have like different initials, and everybody prices their things differently and all that kind of stuff. Well, you guys know that I love bears. I keep saying you guys know. You may not know. It depends how long you've been here and if you've seen the videos where I talk about bears. But you may know that I love bears. And there were like a lot of Boyd bears there. Like I think I probably saw like 8 Boyd bears when we were at the thrift store. But I was good. I didn't buy all of them. I have a thing for bears with clothes. So quite a few of the Boyd bears didn't have clothes on them. So that kind of ruled them out for me a little bit. Although I do have clothes that would fit some of them. I just like limited myself to like complete little bears. And I got these ones for really good prices. I wish the tags were still on them. I don't know why they're not. But I think one of these was like $3. And the other one was like $2.50 or something. They were like fantastic prices. So this one doesn't have a tag or anything, but he does have the little Boyd Bears Bear Wear label on his sweater. And I just love these bears because the reason I love Boyd bears specifically is they have posable joints. So you can sit them or you can stand them, and they have cute little outfits. You could put their arms up. I really, really love posable bears. Being able to move their arms and legs and having cute little outfits is just like, I love it so much. Oh, and the buttons also have the Boyd bears like logo on those. So this is my little dude, my little guy that I got. And then these were actually from two different sellers at the thrift flea market thing. Two different like sellers, little sections. I got this little girl one, and she's still got her tags on it. Shows it has the Boyd Boyd Bears Bear Wear thingy. This is a collector's piece, not a toy. Do not recommend for children. Blah blah blah. Boyd Bears and Friends Investment Collectibles, the Archive Collection. Louis B. Bearlove is this one. The Archive Collection, the concept of Teddy's bear was instigated by 1902 political cartoon by Clifford Berryman, in which he depicts Theodore Roosevelt refusing to shoot a small trembling bear cub. Since that time, the teddy bear has become one of the most popular children's toys ever created, if not one of the most sought-after toy collectibles. The bears and hares of the Archive Collection are fully jointed, hand-embroidered, and have the look and feel of an antique bear. Each piece is handmade and such, so no one piece looks exactly like the other, thus giving all Boyd's Bears and Friends character. We think this is one of the finest teddy bears you can buy anywhere at any price. Remember, accept no substitutes. And then it's just got, like the copyright stuff. Acrylic fiber and polypropylene pellets. I was looking to see if there was a year on here. Doesn't look like it, but it does say style number 913956. So just in case you guys were interested in like the details on it, I actually did know the details on it. See, this one's still got its little loop on its leg too, but for some reason the tags came off of both of them. But this one is even smaller, and it's got the little posable joints, so you can have it sit or you can have it stand. It's wearing these little bloomers and this cute little dress, and it's got a little bow on its ear. So cute. And it's got the little Boyd button on it. But I really, really love these bears. I started out, when I started collecting bears, I didn't specifically collect Boyd bears. I collected jointed bears that wear clothes. Just so happens that I figured out pretty quickly that means Boyd bears. So, yeah, I was so stoked to get those, and I need to put them up on my shelf. I have a little shelf with a couple of bears on it. I actually, not that long ago, maybe a year or 2 years ago, I like purged my bear collection down a lot, and thought, I'll be a little bit more selective about what bears I got, because when I first started collecting my bears, they weren't necessarily all posable joints, or they weren't necessarily all clothed. They were just kind of whatever bears I found at garage sales or something. So I was really excited that these ones were like, these are the type of bear that I love so much. So I had to get them. But it was just crazy to me that there were so many spread throughout the market. But I ended up getting a little boy and a little girl one. They're so cute. I love them. This was another thing Ozzy was trying to grab when he was up here. And this is some of my bears that I have on a floating wall shelf. One of those is a Starbucks bear. It's not a Boyd bear, but and it doesn't have posable joints, but it is a sentimental bear. And then also I have this elephant that I actually got at that same thrift market a couple of years ago, and it is actually a jointed elephant wearing a little outfit that I love so much. It's very vintagey feeling. So now I can put them up. I got some other stuff too. Like I said, I didn't bring everything over here to show you guys. I just had some things like nearby. I got my books on my bookshelf already. I got a Stray Kids album. I got their 8 album, which is their most recent album. So I was so excited about that. Like, so excited about that. Like, I was like, woo! Super, super cool. But yeah, that's like what's coming to mind right now of the things I needed to fill you in on. Believe it or not, this is not only the first YouTube video I'm making of the year, but it's also, today was the first day I watched a YouTube video. I just got done watching one of Mantha's Makes videos, which is Sam. If you don't know who Sam is, I will link her in the description box below and you should go check her out. That is one of my yarny sisters. I love her to bits and pieces. And of course, when I decided that it was time to start getting back into my YouTube, I went right to her channel and watched her New Year video talking about all her new plans for the year and everything. So kind of inspired me. I was watching that while I was doing my makeup and, you know, getting some things put away and things like that. Kind of inspired me to start thinking about like what my New Year's plans are. Or like my plans for the channel for the year. Because unlike Sam, I didn't think ahead and like have it all like written out and everything. She was talking in her video about how she likes to like make spreadsheets and stuff and like organize yarn stashes and stuff. And I'm over here like the complete opposite. So unorganized. I love to make lists, but I'm more of like I like to make lists so I can use like my cute colored pens and highlighters and stuff like that. Not that I'm organized. And I'll have like 50 million lists in different places, you know. Not the most like efficient list organization method. But anyway. So I was thinking about a couple of goals that I have for the year. So the number one goal I think I've got for this year is to not get sick anymore. Not really a goal. The number one goal I think I have for this year is to bring back Gnome of the Month. So I had been doing Gnome of the Month for like 2 years and I decided to take a little hiatus from it. I think, I don't know, about 7 months ago or something, I stopped doing Gnome of the Month. It might not have been like that many months ago, actually. 5 months ago, 6 months ago, I don't know. Regardless, I want to get back into doing Gnome of the Month. I've got some different Gnome of the Month ideas. So I do want to get back into doing that. So I think it's only the 9th. So I think we'll go ahead and get right back into it this month. I'm sorry, guys. I'm trying not to cough, but when I'm talking a lot, it's difficult. If you haven't been here for Gnome of the Month before, Gnome of the Month is where on the last Saturday of the month, I come on and, oh my gosh, you guys, give me 1 second. Okay, I'm back, and hopefully I will not have to take a little break for a moment and cough and blow my nose and stuff again. Talking so much makes it difficult not to cough. So anyway, what was I saying? Oh, if you haven't been here for Gnome of the Month before, Gnome of the Month is where I come on the last Saturday of the month and I show you guys whatever gnome I decided to make that month. I usually come on the first Saturday and tell you my plans for my gnome. And like they can range from like super detailed to like not detailed at all. Sometimes I'll do a pattern or a crochet along. Sometimes I'll follow someone else's pattern. Sometimes I'll freehand it. Sometimes it'll just be a concept. Sometimes I'll have a sketch. Like, it really varies. But then I come on the last Saturday and I show you what actually ended up being made. Sometimes it's not the same thing. Sometimes it like really changed into something else. It just depends. It's different every month. And you guys also can make gnomes and send in your gnomes. And then on that last Saturday, when I show my gnome, I also show whatever gnome you made that month. So if you've been around a little bit, it's kind of like Community Spotlight, except it's only gnomes. So you can send in your gnomes anytime throughout the month. Just put Gnome of the Month in the subject line of your email. Email me at novagnomecreations@gmail.com. I'll have that linked in the description box below this video, and it's always linked in the description box below my videos in case you are ever looking for it. I haven't checked my email yet in like a couple weeks, probably. Ow, Ozzy. He has mostly gotten out of climbing my leg, but when he's hyper, he sometimes runs up my leg. Nowhere near as bad as when he would like climb it and hang on it, but oh my goodness, I'm just gonna ignore him over there causing havoc if I can. Anyways, so yeah, so you send in your gnomes to novagnomecreations@gmail.com, put Gnome of the Month in the subject line. And then in the body of your email, the only thing you're required is to let me know Only thing you're required to tell me is let me know what name that you would like me to credit you as. It could be your real name. It could be your screen name. If you want me to like put your YouTube name or Instagram handle or whatever, just let me know. I'm happy to shout you out if you would like that. And then don't forget to attach your pictures. You can send in as many gnomes as you would like to. They do not have to be crocheted. So if you are like a knitter or a embroiderer, you make clay things, whatever, like whatever kind of crafty thing that you do, if you make a gnome, draw a gnome, paint a gnome, anything that you make, you can send that in. So any type of gnome that you make this month, if you want to send it in before the last Saturday of the month, which let me check, is the 25th. Should I change it? Should I change it from the last Saturday of the month? I'm starting over new, so it doesn't have to be the last Saturday of the month. That's just what it used to be. You know what? We'll change it to the last day of the month. That makes more sense anyways. So the last day of this month is going to be the 31st, which is a Friday. So we're going to change it, guys. Keep that, put that mental note in your mind. Send it in before the last day of the month. And then I will include it in the Gnome of the Month video. So, this month is going to be a little bit different. I'm not going to say what gnome I'm making yet because I don't know what gnome I'm making yet. This was just something that I thought of in the last little bit. And I'd actually been thinking like over like the last couple of months, I knew I wanted to start Gnome of the Month back up. But I didn't think about like, oh, in 2025, like as part of my 2025 plan, I'll start Gnome of the Month back up until today. So I do have a couple of ideas though. Of gnomes that I already had thought about wanting to make, amigurumi wise. And then I was also double dog dared by Mad Mimi's Crochet and Farming and an Alaskan Crafter Jan to do a gnome hat. No booties on camera. That's Yuri, by the way. That's my one of my other cats. Oh, and like that yarn that you guys can see over where she's going, that spun colors, I am currently making a scarf out of, and it is gorgeous. Let me make sure. Did I finish that topic? Yes. Okay. So that's the Gnome of the Month plan. As far as that yarn goes, or as far as that scarf goes, I will pop some pictures up because I was working on the scarf and I'm just kind of like absentmindedly working on it while doing other things. It's just very simple. So far I've done like a single crochet foundation row, and then I did a row of double crochets, and then I did a row of 2 single crochets in 1 stitch, skip a stitch, 2 single crochets, skip a stitch. So like increase, skip a stitch, increase, skip a stitch. And then I think I ended on the last stitch with just 1 single crochet in it to like even it out, you know, for like stitch count. And then I'm currently doing double crochet row again. So I'm doing it lengthwise. I'm working it lengthwise. That yarn is so gorgeous. Like every so often, like, or like every little bit, there's a color change. And I'm like, I want a skein of just this section of the color, like of this yarn. Multiple times I have said that. Sorry. Especially the like purple and blue or pink kind of color. Variegated, and it's kind of like marled together. It's so pretty. I was like, I want a whole skein of just this color. But I love that yarn. It is like looking gorgeous. And you may recognize that yarn that came in Happy Mail from Aussie Sandy last month, which was so fun. And I definitely knew I needed to make like a wearable with it. So I was like, do I want to make like fingerless gloves or what? And I was like, I want to make something really low pressure that I don't need to read a pattern, that I don't need to think. So I ended up just doing a scarf because I literally like am not following a pattern or following a stitch count or anything. I just did single crochet foundation row until it was long enough. Like I just kept trying it on and I'm like, okay, this is a good length. I don't know how many stitches it is or anything. So that's what I'm working on crocheting. So that's like my little crochet update for this video. But yeah, we're going to have Gnome of the Month coming back. Community Spotlight is also going on. I will do a community spotlight next week, since it is like today is Thursday already, and I'm trying to ease back into getting back into making my videos. I've been taking it easy because I've been sick. I'm so sorry. I can hear that is probably Lincoln in the litter box playing around with, like, he likes to get in there and just scratch around in the litter. But yeah, that's in the hallway right there, so you could probably hear it too. What was I saying? Oh yeah, I'm trying to ease back into it. I've been taking it like super easy since we got back because I've been sick. So I'm just trying to get better because I would love to not be like sick. Like, can we move on from this, please? I'm done with it. Done being exhausted, done feeling like crap, you know? But I did get cleaned up today. I actually put on makeup and everything. So I'm like, okay, like we're getting into this, guys. So thought I would do like a little update video, let you guys know how Christmas went, insert pictures. If there's any pictures or like things that I forgot to mention that I'm going to insert pictures for, you'll see them. I'll put them in at the end of the video. Tried to remember everything I wanted to mention. But yeah, so that is it for my like update video. What's going on? Where have I been? Thank you guys for being patient with me. I know, I was gone longer than I anticipated myself being, but like, I just needed the breather. And hubby was on Christmas break too, so it was really nice to just enjoy Christmas break with him. But he is back to work now, and it's back to get back, like time to get back into the swing of things. So I hope you guys are doing awesome. I hope you guys are taking care of the best that you can. Let me know how your holiday was. Did you do anything fun? Did you celebrate? Did you get anything cool or gift anything cool? Did you get snow? I did have a white Christmas. When we got in, it was snowy on the ground, and then like the second day we were there, it snowed. So we got like a good amount of snow, and then it started to melt a little bit, and that's when we went to go make our snowman. We thought packing snow. It ended up melting a lot by like the next day. There was like only our snowman, and then the next day there was like not even a snowman anymore. By the time we went home, there was no snow on the ground, but it was perfect. We got our like white Christmas, so I was happy about that. So I love the snow, and having a white Christmas is such a like a novel thing, you know? So it was nice to get to play in it and have it for a little bit before coming back to Texas. We got back and it was like 80 degrees. I was like, I can't just like step outside and get some cool air when we were at the airport, because it was like so hot in the airport. Oh my gosh. I did sorry guys, one more thing I did forget to tell you guys. My trip there, we had like an airport fiasco. So we had to get to the airport, go to long-term parking, and then shuttle to the airport, because the long-term parking is like 5 minutes from the airport, more like 15 minutes, 15 minutes or so when you're shuttling because of traffic and whatnot. It should be really, really close, but there's very trafficy. Our flight was at like 6 a.m., 6:10, I think was boarding, or was like takeoff. I think boarding ended at 5:50. So we got there 3 hours early. We parked. We got on the shuttle. The shuttle actually arrived at the same time we did. So we parked, grabbed our stuff, and got on the shuttle. Got to the airport super quick. So we were at the airport like 3 hours early. The airport was really, really, really busy. This is Bush Intercontinental Airport. So busy. I have never been in a line like that, and I've flown quite a few times. I've had long lines. I have never been in a line like that for baggage drop. So they have it set up so you can like pre-check your bags, where you like go to the little machine, you weigh them, you get your like the little strip that you put on there, you know, the little like thing that they put on it for transporting, and you put it on there yourself, and then you're supposed to just be able to like drop it. They don't have like a way for you to just drop it though. So you do that, and then you still have to wait in the baggage drop line, like the same baggage drop line that if you didn't do that. Oh my word. We were in that line for 2.5 hours, you guys. 2.5 hours. So you know how when you're in those baggage drop lines, they'll have like it corded off so that the line goes, you know, like zigzagging to keep it like all together. It went through that whole zigzaggy area and then all around the airport in front of all the other like other airlines check-ins and everything. We flew Spirit. I don't like flying Spirit, but we flew Spirit because they had a really good deal on their flights, which is the only reason we were able to go, because suddenly they had like half the price of everywhere else's. And so we were able to go, because flights around this time of year, Christmas time of year, are really expensive. And also just flights in general are really expensive. So they had a really, really good deal. But I really don't like to fly Spirit usually. I just don't have the best experiences with Spirit, and the service isn't as good. The seats and the plane are like not as good. You know, nothing is included, all that kind of stuff. But this was insane. So 2.5 hours in the baggage drop line. We had some crazy person behind us in line who was like arguing with his wife and yelling, and like tinfoil hat like type of guy talking about like I don't know, talking about like UFOs and stuff. Like, it was weird. Ranting about people wearing masks, like it just everything that you can think of. He was just going on and on yelling, and like he had like his family there. I don't know, I was just really uncomfortable, and he was right behind us in this 2.5 hour long line. 2.5 hour long, guys. You remember I said I got there 3 hours early. So by the time we got through that line, we were like, boarding was now. So we ended up signing up for Clear, which is like this thing where you don't have to wait in the TSA line. You can like go and they have like your picture and your thumbprint and all this stuff, or your fingerprint and all this stuff. And it's like a fast pass lane, but you normally have to pay for it. Well, they have a free trial. So thankfully I ran to get in the line, and he, I guess, talked to somebody and was like, no, come up here. Because the line for TSA was also long. So we weren't going to make our flight. Like, we were like, what do we do? Like, this line for TSA is also long, which would have been fine, but we didn't anticipate a 2.5 hour long line for baggage drop. We were not the only people, by the way. Like, this was a problem everybody was having, because that was a really long line. Anyway, so we did a TSA, or we did a Clear free trial. It took a few minutes to like sign us both up and do our pictures and do our fingerprints and all that. And then we rushed to our gate. Well, we were in boarding like section 2. You know how there's like boarding section 1, boarding section 2, boarding section 3, where they like go in order of the plane. So we were boarding section 2, and we got there right when boarding section 3 was starting. We were literally that late, because it took us, a while to get through TSA still and everything, even though we went fast and ran right there. So like, we didn't have time to go to the bathroom or anything, like anything that you would have been planning to do when you go to your gate. I always go to the bathroom before I get on the plane, because I'm not using that little plane bathroom. Thankfully, I did go to the bathroom at one point while we were waiting in line. I was so glad I did, because I was actually not planning on doing that. I was like, well, what if the line moves really fast all of a sudden or something and I'm not out here? But thankfully I did, because then I went and got on the plane and had 3 hours of, being on the plane. And I was basically on the verge of a panic attack, like massively on the verge of a panic attack. I was not well at that point in time, because it had been so stressful. It was really, really crowded being in that line. It's not like a single file line. It's like clumps of people. And especially when we got to the area where it's like the corded off, rows, there were just so many people. And if you guys remember, I have social anxiety, and being in crowds of people like that for 2.5 hours, also freaking out about missing our flight and everything, I was not doing well. I was like sweating and feeling like I was going to pass out and nauseous. I like could barely even talk, because I was like feeling like I was going to pass out so bad. Like, I was not doing well, which made takeoff a little bit stressful. I don't normally get anxiety for flights, but because I was so high strung when we were taking off. Oh, now you guys got to see Lincoln. Now you're probably wondering, now I got to tell you guys about Lincoln. Anyway, so the flight went well. We got there. Everything was good. By the time it landed, I wasn't stressed out. Okay. Now you're probably wondering why Lincoln looked funny. Well, maybe like a couple days ago, we attempted to give Lincoln a lion's cut. But we realized pretty soon into doing that we needed a new razor. Our electric razor is like 6 years old and it was like a $20 razor to begin with. So he has a partial haircut that is very patchy and we need to get a new razor to finish it. So like his body is mostly shaved in like a little bit of a patchy fashion, but like his tail, his entire tail and like the front of him and his like arms is not shaved. So yeah, you guys got to see that. And now that I've said that, I'll insert some pictures of the babies being super cute and cuddly this morning. I was not planning on showing our very, very poor attempt at giving Lincoln a lion's cut, but he kind of decided he was going to show you for himself. So, hi, Ozifer. I have taken to calling Ozzy Ozifer sometimes, a lot of times actually, even though his full name is Osiris. I'm not really sure why, but like Ozifer just came naturally, like within the first few days of having him. He just also got the name Ozifer, which is like a happy nickname. Like if I'm in a good mood with him. It's Osiris if he's in trouble. It's Ozifer if he's being good. And Ozzy most of the time. Anyways, guys, I will not keep you any longer. This is probably a very long video. But it was nice hanging out with you guys again, and I will see you again real soon. If you want to send in makes for Community Spotlight, I'll do that next week. And like I said, Gnome of the Month will be back this month and this year. So get working on some gnomes, guys. I want to see your gnomes. And if you have made any gnomes so far in these first 9 days, it could still be your Gnome of the Month for January. And actually, I'll go ahead and open it up since I haven't done a Gnome of the Month in a while. If you've made a gnome that you want to send in for this Gnome of the Month that was like from the last few months, go for it. Go for it. You can send in as many as you'd like to. So I will see you guys again real soon. I love you so much. Have a beautiful rest of your day, guys.